Corporations are relentlessly abusing their power, controlling the economy, and buying all the shares of smaller companies. Because of this madness, many small businesses and smaller companies are going out of business. Harsh, right? A man with the name of Woodrow Wilson would undoubtedly solve this catastrophe. Here's an example of one of those shrewd and ruthless companies. So what kind of candidate is Woodrow Wilson? Well, let's see what he accomplished during his presidency. He forced the Clinton Antitrust Act through Congress, which enforced the power of the Sherman Act to lay out the rules that made forming trusts and squeezing out competition much more difficult. A trust is an agreement where a larger company buys stocks from smaller companies to partially control them and limit competition. Trusts allow for monopolies to form and prevent other companies from entering the market. Throughout his presidency, he encouraged small businesses and the middle class by limiting the power of big businesses. He also helped protect railroad workers by limiting their work hours to an 8-hour day. He also supports preserving the environment. Wilson played a role in the formation of the National Park Service. Along with that, with Wilson's new freedom ideas or policies to promote greater economic opportunity, he will get the country back on track.
Theodore Roosevelt doesn't share a strong viewpoint as Wilson does. He broke up less trusts, and big businesses still possessed a lot of power after his presidency. We still need someone who is committed to changing America as Wilson is. Theodore Roosevelt has been out of office for far too long and may not be able to be up to date on current affairs, especially in the White House, as Wilson is just finishing his most recent term.
Hi, I'm Jacob Reese, and I've been supporting the progressive movement from the moment the problem has existed. And I believe that Woodrow Wilson would keep the country on the right track and continue the success of his presidency.
Wilson carries the progressive ideals that the United States requires in order to fix current major issues. His campaign focuses most on helping the middle class. He cares so much about the difference he is making that he was the first president since Washington to speak in front of the Congress.
I support the average American's life and providing them with the opportunity to make it the best it can be. Those big corporations should not be getting in our way.
William Taft is considered a failure. One reason is because he fired Gifford Pinchot, the man in charge of the National Forest System, showing that he is opposed to the conservation effort. Woodrow Wilson is one who cares for nature unlike those filthy slugs.
Woodrow Wilson is a man for the people. He cares for every person, from the hard-working coal miner to the man living on the side of a street in New York City.
As a railroad worker, I think these hours are more beneficial than having to work all day. I can finally spend quality time with my family.
Everyone is furious with the big corporations because they are affecting the middle class. Join in the fight to stop the abuse of power and end the crisis of monopolies in America. Join and support Woodrow Wilson in his fight to better the United States of America.
We support Wilson.